St. Ignatius, Cleveland Heights, and North Ridgeville meet on the Nordson Academic Challenge.
Welcome to the Nordson Academic Challenge. And now, here's your host from News 5, Rob Powers.
Come on in, let's have some fun. Hi, everybody. I'm Rob Powers. Welcome to the Nordson Academic Challenge. The challenge today, very simple. These three teams compete for points by answering questions covering math, science, history, and other topics as well. First, we take a look at the team standings because the top 5 scoring teams this season will share in a total of $20,000 in grant money from Nordson. The top 3 scoring teams will then return for our championship finale and compete for a top grant of $6,000 for their school. We get started tonight with our opening match. It's called the Lightning Round. And in this round, all 3 teams compete. We award 10 points for a correct answer. We subtract 10 points for an incorrect answer or no answer. We start each team with 100 points. 100 points on the scoreboard, please. And we will go. This is not a time to mind your P's and Q's, but your O's. Please identify the following, all of which have names ending in the letter O. This is the Texas city where you can visit the Alamo. Cleveland Heights.
San Antonio.
San Antonio, correct. It was this disease that crippled Franklin Roosevelt. St. Ignatius.
Polio.
Polio, correct. This scientist worked out the number 6.025. St. Ignatius. One more time.
Avogadro.
That is correct. Roping and bull riding are events in this type of St. Ignatius.
Rodeo.
Rodeo, correct. The walls of this biblical city came tumbling down. Cleveland Heights.
Jericho.
Jericho, correct. This is the largest city in Brazil. St. Ignatius.
Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo, correct. The Grand Canyon was carved out by this river. St. Ignatius.
Colorado River.
Colorado, correct. This ancient Greek philosopher wrote the Republic. Cleveland Heights.
Plato.
Plato, correct. This was the dog who accompanied Dorothy to the land North Ridgeville. Toto. Of course it's Toto. Now, for the final lightning round question, we go to Annie Wishmeyer from the Akron Art Museum.
The Akron Art Museum now has a powerful exhibit of works by Nick Cave, who uses colorful texture, sculpture, and other artistic media to call for social justice and equality. Nick Cave comes to Akron from what largest Midwest city?
Cleveland Heights.
Chicago.
Chicago's the correct answer, and that's the end of this round. We'll be back with more Nordson Academic Challenge right after this.
Nordson is honored to sponsor a program that celebrates academic excellence. We're a global industrial technology company with a long and proud history of giving back to the communities where we live and work. We donate 5% of our U.S. pre-tax profits to charity every year. Over the past 30 years, the Nordson Corporation Foundation has donated more than $100 million, and our employees have volunteered more than 100,000 hours. And now we're pleased to support the legacy of Academic Challenge. Thank you all for watching, and the best of luck to all the participants.
Today's judge from Cuyahoga Community College is Lisa Dobransky, Director of Strategic Communications. Thanks for being here. And we welcome you back to the Nordson Academic Challenge. Time to get back underway now with hot picks. One at a time, I ask each team 8 questions. A correct response in this round is worth 20 points. No penalty for a wrong answer. Any team answering, though, all 8 questions correctly will receive 25 bonus points. First up, the team from St. Ignatius. Founded in 1886, St. Ignatius is a Jesuit college preparatory school with renowned artistic, academic, and athletic programs. It's a regional and state leader, a national merit finalist, and advanced placement scholars as well. And to pick your questions, we go to Rohan from Cleveland Heights, 1 through 4.
3.
3. We go to 3. Gentlemen from St. Ignatius, remember these questions are just for you. All set? Here we go. Although it's sometimes called the King of Waters, what major South American river is named for a legendary tribe of warlike women?
The Amazon.
Amazon, correct. In Archibald Willard's painting, The Spirit of 76, the 3 figures carrying a flag, a fife, and what percussion instrument?
A drum.
A drum, correct. A triangle atop a cross was the old alchemist symbol for what non-metallic element, whose atomic number is 16 and whose modern symbol is S?
Sulfur.
Sulfur, correct. Let's go to the monitor now for your science question. And which of these 3 items can be defined as infectious organisms that are smaller than bacteria and require host cells in order to replicate?
Viruses.
Viruses, correct. Nicotine was named in honor of French diplomat Jean Nicot, who learned about tobacco in 1559 while in what country whose capital is Lisbon?
Portugal.
Portugal, correct. Strider, the story of a horse, is a sad narrative by what 19th century Russian author who also wrote Anna Karenina?
Tolstoy.
Tolstoy, correct. Let's go back to the monitor now for your math question. How many degrees are there in angle X if these two angles are supplementary?
70.
70 is correct, and that was big because this is for the bonus points. A book titled Back to Work was the work of what man who got a job in the 1990s as our 42nd president?
Clinton.
William Jefferson Clinton, that's correct, and that's good for the bonus points. Congratulations. Nice job, St. Ignatius. And we move on now to the team from Cleveland Heights. For over 100 years, the Cleveland Heights University Heights School District is known for providing exceptional academic, athletic, and extracurricular programs that help prepare students of diverse abilities and backgrounds for lifelong success. And for your questions, Cleveland Heights, we go to Emily from North Ridgeville. We have 1, 2, and 4. Two. Okay, Cleveland Heights, remember these questions just for you. Set. Here we go. No missing person report was ever filed, even though Rip Van Winkle was missing from home for what number of years, equal to a score?
Oh, 12. 20.
20?
20 is the correct answer. Yes. In 1429, the English were driven from the city of Orleans by an army led by what French girl who became known as the Maid of Orleans?
Joan of Arc?
Joan of Arc is correct. The Rolling Stones, a famous rock group, but England's most famous group of rocks is what circle of mammoth slabs on Salisbury Plain?
Stonehenge?
Stonehenge, of course, correct. Let's go to the monitor now. Here is your science question. The living together of two organisms in an interdependent relationship is which of these?
Symbiosis.
Symbiosis is correct. River of Heaven is one description given what sacred river of India where the faithful come to bathe at Varanasi and be cleansed of sin?
Dolly?
The Ganges River, the Ganges River. Just what is it that falls apart in the title of a novel by Nigerian author Chinua Achebe?
Things?
Things fall apart, correct. Let's go back to the monitor now for your math question and solve for x if y equals 1.
12 square root of 12. So 4, so 2 times the square root of 3, right?
Answer?
144?
144 is the correct answer. Paleontologists were delighted recently when dinosaur bones were discovered near what highest U.S. mountain?
Denali. Yeah, it's
Answer?
renamed McKinley.
Denali?
Denali is correct. There you go. Way to go, Cleveland Heights. And our final team today is North Ridgeville. North Ridgeville offers a diverse curriculum supporting the arts, college prep, business education, and career technology while striving to achieve the district's mission of empowering students to design their preferred future. It's a regional and state leader and national merit finalists and advanced placement scholars as well. All right, we go back to Michael from St. Ignatius to pick your questions. 1 or 4?
4, please.
4. All right, North Ridgeville. These questions just for you. Set? Here we go. At Marie Antoinette's wedding, hundreds of spectators were accidentally killed by what explosive devices that Americans enjoy on the 4th of July?
Fireworks?
Fireworks, correct. What Swedish man is remembered not as the inventor of dynamite, but for establishing annual awards in literature, chemistry, physics, medicine, and peace?
Nobel?
Nobel, correct. We'll take that, yes. The only place on Earth where alligators and crocodiles coexist naturally is the area in and around what Florida National Park?
The Everglades?
Everglades, correct. Let's go to the monitor now for your science question. Which of these terms refers to the engulfing of particles by a cell, such as a white blood cell or amoeba?
Phagocytosis?
That is correct, but I won't try to pronounce it. New Hampshire's oldest newspaper shares what name with the Union ironclad that fought the Merrimack in the Civil War? New Hampshire's oldest newspaper. Answer?
No.
Monitor is what we're going for there. The Kipling of the Klondike is the way some fans refer to what American author whose adventurous works include The Call of the Wild?
London.
Jack London, correct. Let's go back to the monitor now for your math question. What is the value of this expression if x equals 2?
18.
18, correct. Now, the British General Charles Gordon was killed in an 1885 uprising that trapped Gordon's troops in what city, the capital of Sudan?
Khartoum.
Khartoum is correct, and that is the end of our round. We'll be back with more questions and more answers. That's coming up right after this. And welcome back to the Nordson Academic Challenge. Before we begin our next round, we recap the scores so far. In third place right now with a total of 250 points is the team from North Ridgeville. With 280 points in second place right now, the team from Cleveland Heights. And leading the way right now with 335 points, the team from St. Ignatius. But anything can happen now because it's time for the Picture Perfect round. Each correct answer worth 10 points. But a wrong answer or no answer, that will cost you 10 points. All three teams play this round, so hands on the buzzer. There's the monitor. Look right there. Everybody set? Here we go. This 1915 photograph shows a group of African-American cavalry troops, soldiers popularly given what bison-like nicknames. Cleveland Heights.
Buffalo Soldiers.
Buffalo Soldiers, correct. In this neutralization reaction, the products are salt, St. Ignatius.
Water.
Water, correct. Here, Monet painted the arrival of a train from what French region, where decades later, the Allies made a D-Day landing, North Ridgeville?
Normandy.
Normandy, correct. If the slope of a line is negative 1/3, what is the slope of a line perpendicular North Ridgeville?
3.
3, correct. Painted here with some of his children and one of his wives, this is what man who led the Mormons to Salt Lake City, Cleveland Heights?
Young.
Brigham Young, correct. This was the opinion of what American artist whose portrait of George Washington is still on our $1 bill? Cleveland Heights.
Peel.
Gilbert Stuart. Gilbert Stuart is the answer. This is a youthful self-portrait of what 19th century artist and inventor who created the telegraph code that's St. Ignatius?
That's Edison.
Morse is the answer. Samuel Morse. Although he is better associated with New York, we learn from this issue of Cleveland Magazine that what philanthropist and founder of Standard Oil is buried, Cleveland Heights?
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller is correct, and that is the end of that round. We will be back with more Nordson Academic Challenge right after this. And we welcome the team advisors now from Cleveland Heights. It's Carl Neitzel. From North Ridgeville, Sam Lupthor's here today. And from St. Ignatius, we have John Barker. Thanks for being here, gentlemen. Thanks for everything you do for our kids. All right, time now for our Mix It Up round. One at a time, I'll ask each team 6 questions. A correct response here is worth 20 points. No penalty for a wrong answer. Any team answering all 6 questions correctly, though, receives 25 big bonus points, and they are big. St. Ignatius, you are up first. All set, gentlemen? Here we go. Study this phrase carefully. You will find within it the name of what bone of the arm?
Tibia.
Ulna. Ulna. Rearrange the letters in this phrase, and you will name what economic revolution that began in England and led to the establishment of many new factories.
Industrial.
Industrial Revolution, correct. You would look in this volume of an encyclopedia to get information about what British scientist who developed the absolute temperature scale.
Kelvin.
Kelvin, correct. By adding a few vowels here, you can spell the name of what legendary ancient Greek who mistakenly killed his father and married his mother.
Oedipus.
That is correct. As a human being, you belong to the species Homo sapiens, but which of these would be your phylum?
Chordata.
Chordata is correct. Set in Japan, this is a recent documentary about emergency preparation for what sort of natural disasters measured on seismographs?
Earthquake.
Earthquake is correct. Nice job. All right, we move on to our second team now from Cleveland Heights. Cleveland Heights, these questions just for you. All set? Here we go. We certainly want friendliness, not rancor, so see if you can find this in this phrase, what small animals whose skeletons form ocean reefs.
Coral.
Coral, correct. The letters in this word can be rearranged to identify what Swiss city for which the conventions governing the treatment of prisoners of war are named.
Geneva.
Geneva, correct. You would look in this volume of an old encyclopedia if you wanted information on what renal organs of the body.
Kidneys.
Kidneys, correct. Here you see every other letter in the name of what ancient Chinese philosopher and teacher noted for his wise sayings?
Confucius.
Confucius, of course it is. Take your time now and tell us which of these terms refers to 1/1,000,000th of a billionth of a second.
Zeptosecond.
Zeptosecond is correct. And that was big. That was big. And here's why. This question now for the 25 bonus points. Goodbye. Perhaps we will meet again. Autograph seekers got this slightly creepy message from Bram Stoker, who published what creepy novel about a vampire?
Dracula.
Dracula is correct. And that's good for the bonus points. All right. We move on to Team 3, the team from North Ridgeville. North Ridgeville, again, these questions just for you. All set? Here we go. This sounds tasty, but see if you can find in this phrase what Hawaiian island where Honolulu is located.
Oahu.
Oahu, correct. Instead of leaping cars, rearrange these letters to name the Egyptian queen defeated along with Mark Antony at the Battle of Actium.
Cleopatra.
That is correct. You would look in this volume of an old encyclopedia on an entry on what German airship destroyed by fire in New Jersey in 1937.
The Hindenburg.
The Hindenburg, of course. Fill in the blanks here to get what last name of Anne, the young Jewish girl known for the diary she kept while hiding from the Nazis during World War II.
Anne Frank.
Correct. Which of these pigments is most evident in leaves that have turned completely brown? Answer?
Chlorophyll.
Tannin is what we're going for. Tannin. A baseball player made this comment about what teenager who hung around spring training camp in Havana but later ruled as dictator of Cuba until 2008?
Castro.
Castro is the correct answer, and that is the end of this round. We'll be back with our final and deciding grab bag round. That's coming up right after this.
To stay up to date on everything academic, visit us online at news5cleveland.com/academic challenge and watch full episodes on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and other devices.
Welcome back to the Nordson Academic Challenge. Before we continue, we recap the scores. Right now in third place with 370 points is the team from North Ridgeville. In second place right now with 435 points is the team from St. Ignatius. And this is how tight this is. Leading the way right now as we head to our final round with 445 points, the team from Cleveland Heights. Time now for the grab bag round. In this free-for-all, each correct answer is worth 20 points. But a team loses 20 points for a wrong answer or no answer. We have some visual questions in this round as well. Be careful here because an incorrect answer there will cost you 30 points. Again, this is for everybody. Everybody's hand on their buzzer, their mind in the game. All set? Here we go. Nobody likes a lycanthrope, the technical name for what legendary North Ridgeville?
Werewolf.
Werewolf, correct. In the spring of 1940, every available ship in England crossed the channel. Cleveland Heights.
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, correct. Mineral enthusiasts can go to Carroll County, Maryland to find what iron disulfide mineral known as fool's gold. Cleveland Heights.
Pyrite.
Pyrite, correct. On the monitor here, this is a detail of a 19th century painting titled Passion Flowers and What Kind of Birds, which are the smallest of all? St. Ignatius.
Hummingbirds.
Hummingbirds, correct. Defying a direct order from Hitler, General von Koltitz decided to surrender rather than destroy what European capital? Cleveland Heights.
Rome.
Paris. Paris is the answer. The sum of two consecutive integers is 99. Give either of the two integers. St. Ignatius.
45.
49 or 50 is what we're going for. 49 or 50, sorry. What comes to an end in the title of a 1953 novel by Arthur C. Clarke? North Ridgeville.
All good things.
Childhood comes to an end. Childhood. On the monitor one more time. This statement comes from what French philosopher? The author of Candide. North Ridgeville.
Voltaire.
Voltaire, correct. Rufus King was the last man ever nominated for president by what party, whose leaders had included North Ridgeville?
Whig.
Federalist Party there. Choice, an element found in proteins but not in starches. Is carbon, nitrogen, or hydrogen? St. Ignatius.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen is the correct answer. Rising to a height of over 19,000 feet. Africa's highest mountain, Cleveland Heights. Kilimanjaro, correct. Back to the monitor. This man is selling flowers in Tashkent, the capital of what? St. Ignatius.
Uzbekistan,
correct. Had you been in Vienna in 1791, you might have heard the first performance of the Mozart opera whose title refers Cleveland Heights.
The Magic Flute.
The Magic Flute is correct, and that will do it for this game. It was tight the whole way. Let's check in and take a look at our final scores. In third place with 380 points is the team from North Ridgeville. In second place with a total of 495 points is the team from St. Ignatius. And the winner of today's academic challenge with 505 points, the team from Cleveland Heights. Congratulations, that was one heck of a game. You be sure to join us next time. We feature teams from Firelands, Minerva, and Tuscaloosa. I'm Rob Powers, and we will see you soon for another Nordson Academic Challenge.
This has been the Nordson Academic Challenge.